These are questions they'll likely ask you when you go for your visa interview in Africa. Number one, who is your sponsor? So you need to tell them who is gonna sponsor you, and do not forget that whoever is sponsoring you will need to show them a statement of account, and the statement of account needs to have the name of your sponsor on it. Number two, why this country? If you're going to study in the USA, they're going to ask you why USA, why not Nigeria? Why do you want to study in USA? Why don't you want to study in Nigeria? What's wrong with your country? Why you live in Nigeria? So get ready to answer that question. Number three, why this major? Why do you want to study medicine? Why do you want to study law? Why do you want to study this course? So you're going to have to tell them why and stuff like that. Number four, for some of you that when you finished your WAEC, you probably stayed like 2 years or 3 years or 4 years before you start applying to schools abroad, and you probably got your admission and you're going for the visa interview. If you had that kind of space, they're going to ask you what happened. So get ready to answer the question, why did you delay before applying to schools? What happened? This 4 years or this 2 years that you've been doing nothing. Okay, you graduated from school 2018 and this is 2023. What happened? Get ready to tell them what happened. Number five, they're going to ask you how many schools you applied to. They want to know, did you apply to just this school or did you apply to different schools in Canada? And number six, if you're not going there under a sponsor, if you're the one sponsoring yourself, they're going to ask you, how do you plan on furthering your education? How do you plan on sponsoring yourself? What do you want to do? How do you have money in your account? Stuff like that. So you need to tell them that, okay, you're gonna work, loans, stuff like that. So just get ready. Seven, they're going to ask you if you've traveled abroad before or not. And if you have, they're going to ask you, for what reason did you travel abroad? They want to know. It's a good thing if you've traveled abroad before. It gives you, higher chances of getting your visa. 8, they might ask you what ties you have back home, but I will advise you, make sure they don't ask you that question. Before they ask you, look for a way to tell them, look for a way to chip in things, stylishly let them know you have ties back home. Okay, I think I should give a practical example. Okay, yes, I can give a practical example. So let me say you're just having a normal conversation with this interviewer, like you're trying to reply the question, and this is all you need to do. You stylishly tell the person that you have a land without letting them know. You're saying that because you want them to know that you're not trying to jackpot. So you're going to be like, oh, I want to study this because of this, and my dad got me a land. The land, they already started the foundation on the land, and I am so glad because I can't wait to come back and start this business, organization, hospital, whatever it is you're building. Okay. 9, they're going to ask you if you have any relative already abroad. So in some cases it's good to have a relative, in other cases it is not good that you already have a relative abroad. On the norms, you're always smiling, yeah? So when they ask you a question and stuff like that, make sure you use positive words. Let them know you already booked the flight, so they know how serious you are, and they know that you're leaving, like you're serious. Let them know that your mind is like positive, like what you have in your mind is that you've gotten it already. You're not thinking about any denial. All you're thinking is that you've gotten it, and be speaking like you've actually gotten it, because you've gotten it, because you'll get it. Okay, you can be like, oh, by the time you finish studying abroad and you come back to your country, by then whatever land you are building for your hospital, whatever land you are building, whatever school you are building would already be completed, and then you're going to start whatever you want to start in your country. So just make sure you let them know you're coming back, you have a land, you have properties, you have a car, you have whatever, you have family, you have ties. These ties are these family ties are the most important. As long as you have these family ties, you're good to go. Okay, love you all.